Hello, everyone, right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elmcreek, and we just finished up slurrying up our field here. A bit of a crappy job going on. We're still working on plowing the field here yet. Got the John Deere 9620 RX on that. The slurry, though, is all done, and I did a double application rate on this field, Evan, so we should have 2 applications of fertilizer across the entire field. Not sure how that's going to work out with the planter, Evan, because, again, the planter also has fertilizer. Oh, apparently we need to put a little fertilizer down there too, don't we? Okay, maybe I should go do that here a minute. So even though it doesn't need fertilizer, Evan, if I had to guess, it's probably still going to use the fertilizer, probably still going to charge us for it. So my double application of slurry here probably was a waste of time, but hey, I thought we'd try it anyway. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm relatively sure, everyone, it's probably just going to, well, let's see what's, I don't know if I have enough to finish this or not. We'll try. But it's probably, like I said, just going to put the fertilizer down regardless. Of course, it's not going to do anything because it doesn't need it, but, and it'll, of course, probably still charges for it. I don't know if there's actually like a way to turn that off or not. I know if you used Courseplay back in Farming Simulator 19, everyone, Courseplay would give you the option to turn off a fertilizer on a planter that had fertilizer on it. That had mixed results with that, though, shall we say, Evan? Most of the time when you tell it to turn it off, it would still put fertilizer down regardless. So, I don't know. We'll see once here. Anyway, let's go over to this end of the field here because it looked like we missed quite a bit down here. I didn't realize it was missing that much. And then I have the high-speed disc sitting over here as well. And we're going to run the high-speed disc across this, get this all nice and level and ready to be planted. Wow, yeah, we missed a lot down here. Okay, I might end up having to make a trip down to the cow pen here just to get some more slurry because I have my doubts that this is going to be enough to do all of this. Well, maybe if I use the full width here, might actually help. A little wider than I thought it was. Okay, that gets most of it. Let's come back and clean up the rest of this here a minute. Just quick, like, turn it on and off there. Oh, I missed that little section back there. Oh, well. Okay, there we go. We actually had enough slurry for that one. I'm kind of surprised with that. I thought we would have ran out, but perfect. We got the entire field done. We can go ahead and top this off here then once we are back to the cows there. And then we get the high-speed disc going. Also, everyone, between episodes here, I finished planting up field 56 and 57. We got canola on that field. We need to get that field weeded here this episode, though. We have not changed time here since last episode, and it's very, oh, actually, you know what? That's where we need to fill up right there. It is very critically important that we make sure we weed before we skip a day. Otherwise, we're probably going to have a bad time when it comes to weeds here. Okay, we'll just top that off. We'll probably pull it back around to the front where all the rest of the equipment is. Otherwise, I'll probably end up losing this and wondering where it's at. Speaking of which, how are we looking over here? Yeah, looks like we're looking pretty good on everything. At least just visually speaking. Oh, man, look at that. The sugar cane is regrowing. Speaking of sugar cane, is the dead sugar cane? I think it's still withered yet. Yeah, from here up, it looks like it's still withered over there. I can't quite jump it up a little bit. I can just, like, see it up over the top there. So that's something to make note of, everyone. If you don't harvest the sugar cane, it dies. It withers. So as long as it's harvested, everyone, it will regrow, unfortunately. Or fortunately, maybe. I'm going to say that's probably falls to the more of the unfortunate category. Okay, we'll just park that there. And before we forget, everyone, I suppose maybe we should get the weeder going. Now, Evan, I keep saying we should get a tractor, and I thought we'd maybe do that here this episode. finally actually like get a tractor, right? So going over to the medium tractors, Evan, I downloaded a whole bunch of mods here between last episode and this episode. Kind of had like a whole backlog I've been saving up here for a while. I've been meaning to download. So finally got around to doing that one. And yeah, we got some, hopefully some fairly decent tractors here. 50, 55, 60 series there. And yeah, so some really good looking tractors here, I thought. John Deere 40, 4430. 4430, huh? Well, that's, oh, high crop. That's a bit of a weird looking one there, right? Yep, it's got the old drives that keep that tire lower. Very, very interesting. And that's a 4030, and this is probably what, yeah, the 40 series here of that. So yeah, high crop version. We got the European version there, the 4755, which that's the same one that's in the game, isn't it? Isn't that a 4755? Yeah, that's a 4755. So this is the Giants version of the 4755. How's that compared to the modded version here? 4755. A little bit different, I guess. Just a little bit. Doesn't actually have a front 3-point on it, at least on this configuration. I'm guessing... Oh, okay. Maybe you can't put a front 3... Oh, wait. What's this one here? Ah, there we go. Yeah, okay. Now you can put a front 3-point on if you want. Ugh, nasty looking. So anyway, I kind of rather like that John Deere 4755. Well, I didn't like that one that we had when we first started the series of one. But I do rather like the John Deere 4755, at least the American version. So I was thinking we might go ahead and rebuy that. Now I see I got like two of versions here, don't I? I got this 4755. And then this one also, where is it here? This is also a 55 series. At least it says it can be anyway. So I'm not sure what the difference is. Oh my goodness, the options here, just a few options. So yeah, there's another 4755. So we could get that one as well. I'm not sure if there's an advantage over this one versus the other one. Not really sure on that one. Definitely a lot of options, though. That is for sure. Wow. Okay, not as many tire options here, I see. At least brand-wise, anyway. Or tire-wise, that-wise, anyway, either. More weight options. A lot more weight options on this one. Beacons, air stack, black stock. Chrome. Ooh, chrome. But, maybe it was the 60 series. Was it the 60 or 55 series where they started running up alongside the cab? Doesn't actually change the price at all, does it? I'm guessing that's probably just a visual thing. Mirrors, FM radio, CB radio, oh boy. Flashers, fender, no fenders. Oh, fenders on the tires, yeah, okay. Tray. Oh, wow. Talk about some detail on this mod, I mean, my goodness. Attachers, oh, ugh. Front loader, attacher, 47, 49, 55. Headlamp managed, GPS. Okay, so there's the actual GPS if you wanted that. So there's that tractor, or we could go ahead and get the other one here as well. Like I said, I don't know if there's really a difference here. Looks to be about the same. If I had to guess, it's probably like the same model too. I won. Probably just someone put more options on this one versus the other one. Hard to say. But yeah, we put weights, just either weight or no weight. It doesn't give you an option to add or like customize the exact amount of weight you want. So some Trelleborgs. This is kind of that was not the configuration I was thinking. Now let's go back here. There we go. That was the configuration I was thinking. Beacons, standard. Nah. Attachers, standard, yes. You can put front 3-point on if you want. Front loader, nope. Maybe we'll bump that up to 4955. I did want like a 200 plus horsepower tractor, so that gives us 228. That should be enough. I think we can go without GPS because we have a vehicle control add-on that will give us GPS as well. So I think we'll go with that. I want John Deere 4755. I guess I'm in the question. Do we want this one or do we want the other one? I don't know. Hard to say. I think we'll just go with this one. We got this one configured, right? Okay, so I've been saying for a while when I wanted to get a tractor, we finally got another tractor. And I've been wanting to replace the John Deere 4755. I went with another John Deere 4755 as well. So we finally did that. Kind of checked off 2 boxes there, so to speak. Doesn't that one just look so much better than the in-game one? That one, so much better. Of course, it's the 49, but 49 and 47, meh. Oh, it does have that rubbish European hitch on the back yet, doesn't it? That upper one. Has a standard American lower hitch, though. The good old drawbar. Hunk of steel with a hole through it. That's about as complicated as the American drawbar gets, everyone. Now, of course, you go to that European stuff. Oh, my goodness. And this has nothing to do with the game, everyone. This is just observation based on the equipment I've seen in the game here, plus some of the equipment I've seen in real life as far as the European stuff goes as well. Was it just me, or is the European equipment like far more complicated, it seems, than American equipment? Or what I would consider more American equipment. That roller, for example, but oh my goodness, like, for those of you who have seen American style roller versus European roller, this thing is like the, yeah, this is like the starship of rollers here or something. My goodness. Anyway, speaking of rollers, we actually need a weeder here, so let's go grab our weeder. Been quite a while since we've needed the weeder here, so hopefully it still works yet. And I figure that'll be our first job here for the John Deere 4955. We'll put him on the weeder job. Take you out to the field 56 and 57 there and start weeding that field. Just out of curiosity, going back to the shop here real quick, the in-game. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. The John Deere 4755 here has the stack up alongside the cab, and there's nothing, basically nothing protruding from the cab here, right? You got your fuel, and then your radiator there. That's it as far as what's sticking up through the cab there. This one here, I'm wondering if that actually is correct or not. I forget the exact model where they changed that, everyone. But they changed from having the exhaust and the air intake on the hood like that to where it runs up alongside the cab. And then, of course, the intake's kind of based down inside the engine there, right? Not exactly sure what model. I thought that was the 55. Was it the 55 series or the 50 series? I believe the 50 series is also where they first, or was it, maybe it was the 55 on that one too, where they actually started offering front wheel drive or front wheel assist, actual mechanical front wheel assist. So yeah, definitely some changes when you get up to the 55, 60 series there, as far as what was available on the tractors. Maybe the 50 series too. Like I said, I don't remember exactly when. Some of my viewers can probably, of course, correct me on that information. And again, when you could get front wheel assist on, I think, was it the 4020s, I believe, had that option. So start with a 20 series, I think. Maybe it was the 30 series. Somewhere in the 20 or 30 series of one. There was actually the option to have front wheel assist, but it was hydraulic front wheel assist, not mechanical front wheel assist. Okay, actually, can I hire a worker with this? We're going to find out. Seems like I can. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if the hired worker would actually let me hire him here or not, seeing as how there's actually no weeds technically on the field. And again, when it comes to this field, that one, all I did with this field was take the high-speed disc to it, so we ended up with stubble tillage on the field. Yield bonus is plus 73, huh? Oh, boy. I wonder what are we missing? Must be, oh, we're missing fertilizer. Okay, so I need to get some more fertilizer on this field. That's probably what's missing there. So yeah, 73% yield there. This one over here still says plus 73. So yeah, the weeds are not affecting it yet. It says the weeds are growing though. And it says we need to weeder it. Over here, no, we're good. Okay. And by the way, as long as, if I understand this correctly, and from my testing, as long as I take the weeder to this before the weeds grow, it should remove all the weeds and we shouldn't have to worry about weeds on this field. If I were to wait till next in-game day, everyone, depending on how many weeds are going to be on here, and don't think it's going to tell me, like, is it going to be 50%, 75, 100% weeds, everyone? If it's anything more than, I believe, was it 50%, the weeder does not work. Well, it works, but it doesn't remove all the weeds, right? It only removes some of the weeds. Oh, and I forgot to activate my double application rate. Oh, that's probably why the story lasted. Oh, well. And the planner will probably fill that in. And yeah, for some reason, the hired worker likes to keep quitting along this edge. Kind of annoying. He will keep going sometimes, but then there's times too where he just keeps on quitting all the time. Still think Giants needs to address and fix that one, number one. A hired worker turns around, prepares for the next pass, lines up for the next pass, pulls up to the next pass, and then quits. Like, really? Really? Whatever. Anyway, let's go grab the high-speed disc here when we can start discing that field. So we got the weeds being taken care of. That's good. We can't start planting this field yet. We need to skip till the month of, I believe, September when we can plant wheat. Yeah, so we need to be in September to be able to plant wheat. Everyone, we need one more month. So depending on how this goes on, I might take care of that off screen and we'll come back. I'm not sure. Depends what we'll come back to. We'll have to figure that out here, I guess, right? And I know I said last episode we were maybe going to work on some factory work. We'll see once what we get to this episode. We might still do that here yet. Otherwise, I might push that off till next episode. We'll kind of get all the field work taken care of here. And then we can focus on that here once all this work is done here. Always just feels like we got a little too much going on at once. And maybe I should have done a headland. You know what? Let's do a quick headland pass across here, everyone. Because this high-speed disc needs some space to turn around. It needs some real space to turn around. Speaking of the high-speed disc, I did download the John Deere 2680 here as well, finally. Disc Harrows, yes, the John Deere 2680 high-speed disc. Lua coal stack here. Well, that is interesting. I wonder where that came from. Very, very interesting. Validity check failed in transform group set translation. Something tells me that's probably the 4755 we maybe just downloaded. Not sure. Anyway, that's too bad. Might have to keep an eye on that one. Oh, didn't actually mean to exit that. So yeah, John Deere 2680. Oh, I don't know, 560 horsepower, eh? Ooh, that's got some horsepower, or needs some horsepower, maybe we should say. 12 point, where's the width? 12.2 meters. I believe that's the same width as what we have now, right? Because is that the one we have? Yeah, one owned, and that is 12.5. So yep, basically the same width. We'll probably just stick with this disc for now, and we'll focus on maybe looking at that 2680 at a future series at some point. There'll be plenty of maps to play on. I'm sure that we can use that particular cultivator on. And by the way, yes, everyone, I was planning on buying a tractor other than a John Deere here, just so we didn't have all John Deeres in this series. Not that that's a problem, mind you. I definitely do not have a problem having all John Deeres in this series. But I was thinking I was maybe going to try one of the other brands, everyone, but we'll see once. We might still do that here at some point. But got that John Deere 4755 mod there, everyone. And like I said, we had the original 4755 when we first started this series, and I've been wanting to replace it, so that was kind of the excuse, shall we say. Plus, it wasn't overly expensive. You know, a good 100 grand there. Which actually, 100 grand for a John Deere 4750, or actually, technically it's a 4955. That's quite a bit of money. Although it won't surprise me, the way equipment prices have gone up here in the last couple years, Evan, very well possible that's what they're worth, right? How much is a good John Deere 4955 going for these days? You know, probably like 5 years ago, when you could probably pick one up for what, 40,000 maybe, I'm guessing? Maybe less? Probably somewhere around 40,000 if I had to guess on one. But yeah, now like 5 years later, and the whole human malware situation that's going on and all that good stuff. Not to mention the whole government juice problem. What, probably 60 to 80,000 for a 4955? No idea when, like I said, I'd have to look into it. Oh, nice to see it. Giants actually made it so the cab does not lose paint. For those you don't know, the top of the cab and a lot of the other cab panels are plastic, everyone. So it would make sense that they would not lose paint. Not sure on the hood. I see the hood is not losing any paint either. I don't know. I know some of it's probably plastic. I don't know if all of it is, though. Probably should have come through here and plowed this, but we'll just call this good. We'll end up with a few weeds in this section of the field, potentially. Oh, and that hired worker, he's just going to keep on plowing, isn't he? Wow, really? Okay, cool. I've noticed that with the hired workers now, and sometimes when you rehire them, at least it seems to be a lot more common in Farming Simulator 22 here now, they will sometimes go the wrong direction on the field, meaning they will go back over what was already done. At least from what I remember in the past, typically your cultivators, plows, stuff like that really never had a problem with that, but they seem to now here in Farming Simulator 22. They will go back over what was already previously done. So what ended up happening when I rehired him there, probably rather than finishing the field, which actually looks like it is finished from here, I think. But rather than possibly finishing it, he just came back and now he's plowing what was already plowed. Good job, hired worker. Not really. Yeah, well, yeah, no, he did not finish, did he? We'll intercept him here in a moment. Yeah, so what you think you're doing there, bud, huh? Uh-huh. I see it. Trying to milk the clock, are we? I don't think so. How about let's finish up the strip we missed over here. Then you can quit. Done with you. Finished. Run along now. Looks like I maybe need to get some repair on this tractor too. Wow, that the repair bar is looking a little low, isn't it? Okay, let that fold up here. And how much is it going to cost to repair this? There we go. 15,000. Whoa, it's actually not half bad for a articulated 4-track tractor like that. For those who don't know, the tractor course itself, everyone, is expensive, really expensive. But once you own one of these tractors like this, Evan, you also have to pay a lot of money for the maintenance on these tractors. These tractors don't just run for free either. I don't know, maybe some of my viewers out there can comment on that, but probably, what, 30,000 plus a year on just maintenance for these tractors. And that depends on how much of the work you're willing to do yourself, too, probably. You know, if you got to take it in, have the dealer do all the work, oh my goodness, then you're probably looking at a couple arms, legs, and at least 2 or 3 livers. Okay, we'll get this plow parked up here a minute. Maybe actually leave it attached to the tractor this time, just so it doesn't wander off, and or need to leave it somewhere where it can't wander off. Again, when we went to connect to it here last time, when it was back in the bushes there a little bit. Definitely not where I left it. And definitely a problem that it experienced back in Farming Simulator 19 as well. So, whatever's causing that, obviously the mod author still did not fix that yet. Also, I think, is this available? This might be available on the official mod hub too yet. Don't quote me on that one, but this actually might be one of the plows that's actually available on the official mod hub, in which case, oh, you'd be surprised that Giants would allow that. Maybe it's not either. Might not be. Definitely starting to see some halfway decent American equipment on the official mod hub, though. Definitely not going to complain about that one. Okay, we'll just park that there. Back to... There it is. Back to the 9470 RT. And I'll probably plan on rolling this field here again, everyone, once planted, just so we can take care of the rocks. Again, it's not that I believe that rolling is actually monetarily worth it. I don't think it is. But I don't want to have the rocks on the field here. And though they are small rocks, I don't think the small rocks, to my understanding, cause any damage. I also don't want to find out. We'll probably just get rid of the rocks. Reminder here again, by the way, if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, you are welcome to do so. That information, again, down below in the description there. Again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. And we'll pull up some comments here in a moment. We can start reading a few comments here before we wrap up this episode, which, wow, pretty close to wrapping up right here already. C. Bob was saying, I kept yelling at you to repair your combine, but since it's only a video, I guess you didn't hear. Apparently, my, is it telepathy? I think it's telepathy, if I remember correctly. It wasn't working very well either there, CB Bob. Well, but yes, you definitely should have been yelling at me. Repair the combine, because, wow, everyone, did I really screw that one up on this harvest. That was, wow, that was bad, everyone. That was bad. We probably... anywhere between probably 20 and 40% loss on this field. That one, I'm not entirely sure exactly what percentage the combine was at when we started the field, but all I know of is by the time we finished the field, if it wasn't 0, it was really close to it. So, like I said, probably a 20 to 40% loss on this field. So we'll have to definitely try to make sure I don't screw that up here next time around, everyone. Although next time around, I did plant the canola on the other field, so. Be a little bit less canola next time, I would think, anyway, because it's a slightly smaller field. Christopher was saying, good video. Thank you very much for that. Tristan Games was saying, I'm back after a year of not watching because I had to take a break from Farming Simulator so I could play other things than Farm Sim. It was every day, but then I think it's going to happen again. Oh, it probably will. Yep. You know, in my case, everyone, I've played, well, maybe not every day, but obviously I've pretty much played Farming Simulator for, like, oh, how many years now? That's Farming Simulator. I think I started playing pretty regular back in Farming Simulator 2011 or 13. Maybe it was 13. Somewhere in there, everyone. It's back when I started playing somewhat regularly, and, well, hey, Farming Simulator 22, everyone, and still playing regularly yet. But again, I know this game is not for everyone to play regularly all the time. Definitely got to play some other games in there as well, which does remind me of it. I'm definitely itching to play some Call of the Wild again here too. So, maybe I'll have to play that in one of the live streams coming up here. That and there's a couple other newer games I wouldn't mind checking out here as well that sound rather interesting. Oh, let's see what's here. No, I don't have that GPS on this one, do I? Okay. There we go. That's what I was looking for. We need detect the width. There we go. I think we got it lined up right, and we're locked on. I believe so. Changed up the style of the line here, apparently, with the last update I got. Speaking of last update, I should probably go check and see if there's another update to the vehicle control add-on or not. There probably is. Don't know if I want to get that or not. We'll see once here. Most likely, it probably just keeps adding more and more stuff that I don't necessarily want. It'd be really nice if the mod author behind vehicle control add-on would just take his GPS out and just make like a little GPS light or something. And then we don't have to bother with the rest of the vehicle control add-on. I know some of you folks out there probably like it. Good for you. That's fine. I do not, Evan. I have no use for vehicle control add-on other than I like the GPS in it. For one, it's free. And second off, I like how it functions. Anthony was saying, welcome to modern farming. $70,000 just to harvest. Us farmers are asset rich, but cash poor. We just serviced both our combines, 2 40-foot draper heads and 2 12-roll folding heads, and it was $50,000. You gotta love farming and spending money and time to farm nowadays. Great video. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you very much for that there comment there, Anthony. And I hope you folks, your non-farming folks that watch this channel, hope you heard those numbers. I mean, 50,000 just to service the heads. That's not even the combine. And I'm assuming if you got 2 heads, Anthony, there must be 2 combines there too, at least. I know someone in the comments kept saying I should do some more in-cab work. Yeah, we'll see what's maybe we'll stick it in the cab. You know what? Actually, speaking of in-cab, isn't there a way to change the settings on this? I might have to be out of the game. A little bit wider view. Let's try this one here. No, I might have to get out of the game to change that setting, everyone. But yeah, if I remember, everyone, I might bump up the field of view on this one. I don't know, is it 50 or 60% probably at this point? Nice to have just a little bit wider. I don't like to go crazy wide, everyone, because then it looks kind of silly too. But I do like to have it a little bit wider than this. Hetro was saying I turned off the stones, turned off the weeds, and I don't mulch, and I don't roll. Wow, okay, so Hetro has turned off weeds, stones. He doesn't roll or mulch. To be honest, Evan, other than the weeds, yeah, okay, the weeds kind of make sense. But the stones, the mulching, rolling, you might as well, because to be honest, they're not really worth it. The stones are just stupid. He was saying, I feel much better. Until Giants gets their act together, they will stay off. And as far as rolling, I don't think you want your soil compacted after seeding in real life. In game, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so when it comes to the rolling, Evan, it's not that the rolling is necessarily unrealistic, Evan. The rolling is probably actually somewhat realistic. And you know what? Maybe for the fun of it, canola field, maybe we'll roll that one. I think, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not super familiar with canola. But isn't canola harvested relatively close to the ground? So it might make sense to roll the canola field. But yeah, in real life, Evan, farmers do roll their fields for multiple reasons. Soybeans is one of the big ones I know in America here. A lot of farmers will roll their soybean fields so the ground is level, pushes any clumps down, and also pushes any rocks down as well. Oh, lower that disc there a minute. You want to keep the rocks, and you basically want to keep all the soil as level as possible, and so you can run that combine head as close to the ground as possible so you don't miss any beans. And that is probably the main purpose of the roller that I'm going to just keep the ground flat. You don't want your combine header catching, rocks and dirt and stuff like that, right? And then there also is that when someone left a comment here, I don't know if I read it last episode or not, but when someone was saying too, they roll all their fields because it gives better soil to seed contact. Again, that's also something that is very important there. So yeah, the person in the comment there mentioned they roll their cornfield and they end up with a much better yield as a result. Well, maybe I shouldn't say much better, but they end up with a better yield as a result, with a better soil to seed contact. Because again, the compactor just kind of pushes the soil down, tightens everything up a little bit. And it's not like a roller. Everyone's going to really compact the soil. Not like a tractor driving across it. The weight of the roller is so spread out. Typically 40, 60 is 80 foot. I don't know how much bigger they come than that one, but it's spread out across pretty good distance there, right? Okay, and I just looked at the time. It is time to wrap it up here this episode. Got a few more comments I was going to read yet. Oh, well. Yeah, we better wrap it up, Evan, because we're already over time. So, again, everyone, thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.